There is a clip from a Trump interview that I do not know how this is the case, but I've seen almost no one talk about. But how weird it is, you'd think it would be talked about. Maybe I'm missing other people who already covered this. What brought it to my attention was Mediaite posting a clip about this, but this is from like a week ago now, so I don't know how it was missed by so many people. You might remember that Trump went on Gutfeld, and one of the things he said was that Kamala Harris is somehow a woman doing better than Biden, was the assertion from him. But he specifies that she's a woman as if to say, and it's even crazier because she's a woman. So I'll play this. And then remember, this comes within the context of Trump really struggling with not just his numbers, poll-wise, on women voters, but that causing him to try to win them back over with insane rhetoric on women. So we'll walk through that as well.
Various things, and I think it would be a problem. But you know what? He was pretty much gone. They said, Joe, it's over. You're getting out. And he said, I'm not getting out. You're getting out. And they were very nasty, 25th Amendment and everything else. He got out. And they put her in, and she's somehow a woman. Somehow she's doing better than he did.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it can last, because so weak on people coming in. You know, she's the one.
What? I'm hearing that correctly, right?
Got out, and they put her in, and she's somehow a woman. Somehow she's doing better than he did.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it can last.
What? Oh gosh. That's a little slip up of what he really believes. Somehow a woman is doing better than a man, poll-wise. How would you even say somehow? You said Biden was the worst candidate in the history of candidates, so presumably anyone could have been better, according to Trump's logic. What a bizarre clip. We'll be right back to the video just really quickly. If you're not already, I would appreciate you clicking that subscribe button. We are really close to 1 million subscribers. You can help us get there. Easy, free way. And then we do have merch at lukebeasleymerch.com with Harris as a promo code. You can get free shipping. Super cool election-themed merch. Check it out. Back to the video. But again, it's not just, he meant something else. It's different. He's really struggling and getting really creepy in his rhetoric about women. You might remember this.
All right, so we have to talk business. I always thought women liked me. I never thought I had a problem. But the fake news keeps saying women don't like me. I don't believe it. I think, you know why? They like to have strong borders. They like to have safety. Nothing personal. I think they like me. But I make this statement. Thank you. I love you too. I love you too. Thank you. But I think they like me because I represent something that's very important. I make this statement to the great women of our country. Sadly, women are poorer than they were 4 years ago, much poorer, are less healthy than they were 4 years ago, are less safe on the streets than they were 4 years ago, are paying much higher prices for groceries and everything else than they were 4 years ago, are more stressed and depressed and unhappy than they were 4 years ago, and are less optimistic and confident in the future than they were 4 years ago. I believe that. I will fix all of that and fast, and at long last, this nation and national nightmare will end. It will end. We've got to end this national nightmare. Because I am your protector. I want to be your protector. As president, I have to be your protector. I hope you don't.
I am your protector. Women, I am your protector. How's that sound? No thanks, I think would be the response from many, many people. But that doesn't seem to land. And Vice President Kamala Harris had a perfect response when asked about this.
I know I'm out of time, but then I just want to ask you a question from my gut.
Okay.
Because today we're talking about we're talking about the economy.
Yeah.
And people don't think often about reproductive rights being an economic issue, but it is. A woman's ability to plan her future, her education, her life. Today, and in the last few days, Donald Trump keeps talking about it and how in overturning Roe v. Wade, he helped women. He protected women. He says they're miserable today, they're poorer today, they're more vulnerable today. He said he will be the protector of women if elected. Can you respond to that?
So Donald Trump is also the person who said women should be punished for exercising a decision that they rightly should be able to make about their own body and their future. So I think we would all agree that as a result of that perspective that he has about women, he also then chose 3 members of the United States Supreme Court who did as he intended, undid the protections of Roe v. Wade, and now in state after state, you see laws being passed that do punish women. Laws that, I mean, most recently, a heartbreaking story resulted in a young woman dying, a mother of a 6-year-old. Heart-wrenching stories. And that's for the listener, much less their family. So, look, I think the thing about Donald Trump is that, you know, I don't think the women of America need him to say he's going to protect them. The women of America need him to trust them.
Can we trust you?
Yes.
Perfectly said. Because there's some of the sort of the political strategic stuff I never get. And I guess it's just because Trump's so impulsive and has yes people surrounding him, so he isn't told how strategically damaging his words are. But the ideology that's wrong on the subject of reproductive rights or any other subject in politics, in its negative impact on, in this case, we're specifically talking about women, there's an ideological issue, meaning Trump's wrong on the stance that he has. Okay. That's one of the reasons we oppose him. But what is so mind-boggling is that what exacerbates how hard it is to get your head around watching Trump campaign is that with these things, it's never just that he's being hurt politically by his ideology that's unpopular, like his stance and flip-flops on reproductive rights. But then he insists on sticking his foot in his mouth like this. Going on in that clip to say, you're going to be doing so well, you won't be thinking about abortion. What? What is wrong with your thinking on this? It's just all out of control. Again, yes, the stance is wrong, but also how he articulates himself on the stance is so mind-boggling. And it sets up perfectly Kamala Harris to do what she did, which is say, no thank you, and also how about you just have the right stance that is based on not you being a savior, but instead you trusting the belief of the majority of women and the majority of Americans on this subject, and many others, by the way. But he needs to stick his foot in his mouth. Here is Natasha Stoyanov, who has accused Donald Trump of sexual assault. One of the many, many women who has accused Trump of that. And then, of course, E. Jean Carroll litigating that in front of a jury and finding Trump liable of sexual assault. Responding to this as well.
You will no longer be in danger. You're not going to be in danger any longer. You will be protected, and I will be your protector.
So what goes through your mind when you hear that?
When I first saw that clip, I laughed, and then I sent it to the other women. I'm friends with several women who have been groped by him, and I feel like we had like a universal like vomit onto our phones. The fact that he's saying that he is not a protector of women. He is a predator of women.
By the way, sitting around our table at the office while we were preparing this segment, that part played out loud where she says she's friends with multiple women who've been assaulted by Trump. And all of us just went, ugh. That being a phrase that can be uttered about you, bad sign. That there are group texts. There are group texts of people who have a shared experience based on your violation of their consent, predatory behavior, and assaults. That's a crazy thing. It's a crazy, crazy thing. And speaks volumes. But a really effective phrase there. He's not a protector of women. He's a predator of women. And understand that I should have addressed this earlier. The premise of his argument is also bogus. What he's wanting people to believe is you're going to be so unsafe, there's going to be so much crime, and the border's going to be so out of control, and the economy's going to be so terrible, that in a sense, those issues should weigh more importantly to you than anything else. And I'll be so good for you on those issues that you'll just not even think about any of the politically damaging issues for me, one of them being reproductive rights. But remember, public safety is one of the best issues for Biden-Harris because their record's unbelievable on it. If you want someone who invests a lot in public safety and gets results with crime plummeting all the way back down to pre-pandemic levels, and by some metrics, near more than 50-year lows, then Harris would be your person, record-wise. Trump's mismanaging of the pandemic did the opposite. It spiked crime at the end of his presidency. And then historic, unprecedented investments in public safety by the federal government, including law enforcement. And so that would definitely be something that Trump, if he only spoke based on the factual basis of things, would not be. Advertising, then we've addressed the other ones many times before. Harris perfectly bringing up on the debate stage why Trump is not your person if you care about the border and the economy, of course, as well. So, creepy rhetoric, unhelpful rhetoric to his campaign and to people. And then at the very beginning of this segment, just such a bizarre, can you believe that Harris, a woman, is leading or is doing better than Biden? Yeah, we can believe it. Can you not? Let me know what you thought in the comments. Support the show by clicking that join button below.